Cold outreach isn't dead, you've just been doing it wrong. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this isn't a lie. By the time you finish watching, you're going to be going, oh, I see now. No wonder I haven't been able to generate predictable revenue. Because trust me, it wasn't until I figured this out that I was able to start getting results for myself. But now, I've helped multiple 7-figure, 8-figure, and even 9-figure tech companies start to build out their own scalable client acquisition systems. Plus, on top of that, the dozens of other tech founders who I've simply told this information to, who all went from relying on networking and referrals to grow their business, to building out multi-million-dollar sales pipelines all within 12 months. So yeah, this is going to be the only video you'll need. You'll finally understand how to master cold outbound, and by the time you finish this video, you'll know where to start and how to start building predictable revenue. So let's break down our knowledge of outbound email into 3 different eras. So we can kick it off with the old way, and this is honestly the way 90% of people are still doing it, and this is exactly why they're not getting results. So this is what I call the spray and pray era. And if you've been doing cold outreach or even receiving cold outreach for a while, you probably recognize this approach. It always starts off with scraping tens of thousands of emails, then blasting out the same generic message to everybody, and typically it always starts off with, I hope this email finds you well. And then from there, it's followed by 3 paragraphs of feature dumping. The logic here is straightforward though. You buy 10,000 leads, you get a 1% reply rate, you have 100 opportunities. Pretty straightforward, right? More volume equals more leads, but that's not the case. Here's what actually happens with this approach. You're doing 0 research, 0 personalization, 0 content nurturing. You're literally just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. And at one point in time, this probably did work, but here's why it doesn't work anymore, and it's crucial to understand if you want to find success in this space. First, modern buyers have gotten sophisticated. They can spot a mass cold email from a mile away. Most of these successful people, they've been burned by bad outreach in the past, and they've all developed what I call a spam radar. Second, the technology has simply caught up. Spam filters today are incredibly advanced. They're not just looking for keywords anymore, they're monitoring your sending patterns, your engagement rate, and your overall sender's reputation. If you're blasting out thousands of generic emails, they're not even going to make it to the inbox. Third, trust is at an all-time low. Decision makers are busier than ever, they're even more selective about what they respond to, and they simply don't have the time to be messaging vendors who clearly haven't done their homework. And the consequences of this old approach, they're honestly brutal. Your sender reputation gets destroyed, so even when you do send out good emails, they're not landing in the inbox. Your brand gets associated with spam, so when prospects do see your name, it's an immediate no. And on top of all that, you waste time, money, and attention on terrible conversion rates. And let's not even talk about your sales team who all day, every day are just getting even more demoralized from the constant rejection. Now let's look at the current era. Most people realize the old way isn't working, and we're all starting to lean into what I'm seeing everywhere is this AI heavy approach. And look, I get the appeal. There's this AI will save us mentality. People are starting to use tools to generate thousands of what they call personalized emails, and they're thinking, great, now I can send thousands of emails that don't look like mass emails. The promise is that AI can replace human insights and create genuine connection at scale. People believe that better automation equals better results. The focus now is all about efficiency. How many emails can I send per day? But here's the problem with this approach and why it's still not working for most people. AI just simply doesn't understand the nuanced context of each prospect situation. Yes, it can pull data. Yes, it can insert company names and any recent news about the business, but it just doesn't understand what's going on behind the scenes that's going to make prospects respond to you. AI generated messages, even the good ones, often sound robotic and lack that genuine human touch that builds trust. Prospects know when they're reading something written by a machine. And most importantly, you're still competing in a crowded inbox with what's essentially just better spam. You're still treating people like numbers rather than people with real problems and real businesses. Here's the real issue with the AI approach. You're just multiplying a broken system. AI just makes bad outreach faster and more efficient, but if your core approach is still flawed, you're not going to get any results. So here's what actually works and why this changes everything. And if you watched up to this point in the video, this is where I want you operating. So what's the solution? It's what I call human-centered cold outreach, and this is where everything changes. The foundation is research-driven positioning. So this means conducting deep research into the prospect's actual challenges and business contexts. And we're not just talking surface level stuff here like company size and industry, but actually diving into what the prospect's role is, their actual pain points, and what's keeping them up at night. From there, you're crafting messages that demonstrate you understand their world. You're leading with insights, not your product features, and you're showing that you've actually done your homework. But it goes deeper than that. This is all about value first communication. We're not just coming out the gate pitching our product when we don't even know if they need it yet. We're positioning ourselves as a strategic partner rather than just another vendor with something to sell. And this is best paired with genuine curiosity. The goal isn't to immediately book a demo. Yes, we will get there eventually, but out the gate, we just want to spark a conversation about their business. Now, here's what makes this scalable. You create systematic but personal processes. You build repeatable frameworks that can be personalized for each prospect. You can leverage AI for research and efficiency, but you keep humans at the center of each conversation. This allows you to build trust through consistent, valuable interactions over time, so you're focusing on quality conversations that lead to qualified opportunities. This allows you to track engagement and adjust your approach based on how each prospect behaves. And you're creating urgency through scarcity and social proof, not just pushy tactics that make people want to avoid you. And the difference in results, it's night and day. You would go from seeing 1% reply rates to 5 to 10, with most of those being positive. Instead of prospects just seeing you as spam, they're actually thanking you for reaching out. And instead of fighting for attention, you're building genuine relationships with decision makers. So that's how you finally win with cold outreach. It's not by blasting tens of thousands of generic emails. It's not by solely relying on AI. You've got to do it the human-centered way if you want to find true success. And if you're interested in how we've helped other tech companies build out scalable client acquisition systems, then give this video a watch right here. Better yet, if you'd like to see how this applies to your business specifically, book a call with the first link in the description with me and my team, and we'll build you out a tailored growth plan that you'll be able to use with or without our help. So again, click that first link in the description. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.